the way I thought about this competition was not how it really went, which is crazy. Like, I didn't have to fill anything out originally. They said, make this video and we're just gonna fast track you through to the people. I guess because like the casting director already knew me. Congratulations, you made it on to Beast Games, da, 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 whatever it said. I was just like, that did not just happen. I totally forgot. Within the contract, it says you cannot do another game show for a year. So I'm like, dang, can I not get on this game show?
You are watching Shayna-Renee.
What's up, you guys? My name is Shayna-Renee. What did I say?
And
What's up, you guys? My name is Shayna-Renee. Welcome or welcome back to my channel where we have a great time over here. Let's just get straight into the video because y'all already see the title, y'all see the thumbnail, and y'all see the jersey. Yes, yes, yes. I competed in the world's biggest competition show to win millions of dollars, which I had to beat out 2,000 people to even get on to the show. I was on Amazon Prime's Beast Games, and I'm going to tell y'all about everything. I'm going to tell y'all about the lawsuits that's been going on, anything behind the scenes, all of that good stuff. I'm also going to be doing some reactions to the videos. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this channel or if I'm going to dig up my old reaction channel and put them on there. But I'm going to be reacting to all of the episodes and telling y'all what I was really feeling about people, because there's some people that I did not like, and there's some people that I did not trust, and there's people that I trusted and had alliances with. So I'm going to give y'all all the teasers. Why not? I want y'all to get the real deal and really understand what was happening during some of the parts of the show. And yeah, so if y'all want to hear everything I gotta say, stay tuned. And sorry if I'm talking so fast. I'm from New York, so I might end up talking fast. I'll try to slow down. So let's get into this video. Okay? Okay, let's get it. Alright, so as you see, I'm number 425, so I was actually in the Beast Games. So I'm gonna start talking about how I heard about it, how I got on the Beast Games, and then, you know, from there, just move on. So, crazy thing is, I did not really know who Mr. Beast was until about maybe like 2 months before I actually submitted to the game show. Well, the competition show. They never technically really called it a game show, and it's probably a reason why. I don't know if it's because of like legal reasons, or they just wanted, like, competition just sounds better than game show, especially if it didn't turn out to be game show-ish. That's my thought. When I submitted for it, I saw it on Casting Networks, and funny thing was, I didn't even have to go through like the full process of like, oh, send me this, send me that, like some other people probably had to do. I literally, I guess, skipped the line in a way. They were like, hey, just make this video, and we're just gonna fast track you through to the people. I guess because like the casting director already knew me, and or like I've already been on TV before, so they're like, oh, she's good for TV, so most likely she'll be a shoo-in to get in. So that's what I did. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was literally possibly not going to be on it because I was procrastinating. The crazy thing is, I put the post up on my story saying, does anybody want to be on another game show? I'm about to go on another game show. I just came off a game show in May, and then now turning around was going to go back on another game show, which was, when did we film? In July. So I was just like, listen, I'm ready to hit another game show. Let's do it. And I saw $5 million. I was just like, ooh, they're about to have us doing some crazy things, because it's $5 million. You're not going to do a bunch of easy stuff for $5 million. That was in my head. When you had to do your YouTube video, you could do whatever you want. And honestly, I didn't even do no like creative nothing. I just was simple. I had the camera like this holding it because I was considering not doing it, and I'm like, you know what, let me just do the video, let me see what's up. And I was at my nephew's graduation party. I left out the place and I was like, all right, let me film this real quick, and boom. So I posted it on YouTube under unlisted, so only they could see it. Whoever has the link could see it. So after that, I noticed like I saw like 2 views, then I saw 4 views. I'm like, oh snap, they're looking at it. And then after that, the casting director hit me up. He texted me and he was like, hey, can you fill this form out? So I was like, all right, cool. So I guess this was the before form. I filled it out and I just let it be. And then I think they sent me something like, hey, you know, you're moving on to the next steps or whatever. You know, do this background check, this background information, whatever. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. And I don't know why I didn't want to do it anymore, but I didn't. So I just kept letting it pass. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do it. And I just kept letting it pass. So a friend of mine had called me and she told me that she was going to submit to it, because when I sent it out to the people who said that they wanted to submit, she was one of them, and she was like, yo, you should just submit. So I'm like, it's too late, I don't want to submit. And then she told me, she was like, they're already picking people or whatever. So I'm not thinking anything of it, but I'm just like, if they're already picking people, then I don't want to submit. Like, what's the sense? Like, they're not gonna pick me. Like, it's what, 1,000 people that they're gonna pick. So she was like, just submit. She's just like, I'm on the show. I'm like, what? Like, you made it on the show? I was hyped. I was like, congratulations. Like, that's dope. So I'm like, yeah, that means it's really over. So it makes no sense. She was like, yo, just fill it out. Like, you're gonna be tight if you didn't fill it out. And I was like, you know what? If I get on the show, cool. I was meant to do it. And if I didn't get on the show, then I wasn't meant to do it. It is what it is. So I ended up doing it. And this is like 2 days or 3 days after they were already picking people and gave the people the congratulations. So I finally filled out whatever I filled out. I did go back on my YouTube and I did see 1 more view for my video. And I was just like, okay, so they looked at it. I didn't hear nothing from it within like a day. So I was like, oh, whatever. So I was texting somebody and I was just like, yeah, you know, the game show thing that I was auditioning for, I just did it. It was late, All of a sudden, down pops my email saying, congratulations, you made it on to Beast Games, whatever it said. I was just like, that did not just happen. Oh my God. I was like, what? Like, for the fact that, like, I got in, and then I got in mad late. Like, literally, this is probably, what, 4 or 5 days after now, technically, from when I actually did it to when I got in. This was, like, way after. So I'm like, wow. I was like, all right, I guess I gotta do it. Why not? Because I originally wanted to do it because I'm like, yo, 5 million would change my life. I always wanted to be on a game show, and I've done, this is what, my 3rd game show now that I've done, and I want to do stuff like Big Brother or whatever the case is. So I'm like, yo, why not get the game show under my belt? And sometimes, you know, the segue to get into other shows might be easier when you're already on a show. So that was my whole point of trying to make sure I do the show in general, you know, and just meet people and just see how my life changes after it or whatever. Because I honestly, from the other shows, I didn't get no burn. 1 show I got runner-up. The 2nd show, I kind of don't want to ruin it for you guys if you guys want to see it. So, but I'll tell you, the 1st show, I definitely got runner-up. And I thought I was going to win, and I didn't. Whatever. 2nd show, I'll put all the shows below so you can go see it for yourself if it's still up and around. Well, the 2nd show I was on, which is The Quiz with Balls, is up still because they're on season 2, or they're casting for season 2, or they were casting for season 2. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm like, oh snap, I guess I got to do it. So from there, I'm like, boom. They gave us instructions on what to pack, how many things to pack, how long we're going to be there. So I was like, I bet the type of pants that they were saying, I'm like, I want to get something that's in between, like not too tight and not too baggy, but I want to be comfortable. So I'm like, if I have to jump over something or do something like where it's like somewhat cold, like we have to stay in the cold, I don't want to have on leggings and be cold. Or if it's something that's like too hot. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do some nice, you know, cargos, somewhat baggy, somewhat not. So I went with cargos. I bought these shoes. Where is it? I ended up buying these non-stick shoes, I think from like Fabco or whatever the case is. I hated that it had this orange in the bottom. I don't know why, but these shoes, they was the cutest shoes I could find. And I found these like the day before I had to leave, and then as I'm shopping for the shoes, I'm talking to my sister about it. She was like, "Can you even do the show?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Remember, we signed a contract with the other show," and I'm like, "Oh snap! I totally forgot." Within the contract, it says you cannot do another game show for a year. So I'm like, dang, can I not get on this game show? So I'm like, I bet. So I looked at the contract. It said you can't do a game show for a year and you gotta call the producers and all that. So literally, I'm calling all the producers. No one is picking up. I'm guessing because they're like, girl, who is this calling me, or why are you calling me? The show's done. Leave me alone. Because I filmed the show in February and the show came out in May. So yeah, this was still in the same bracket or whatever. And it's like, if it's a show that's kind of like each other, then they're gonna tell me no. So I was just like, dang. And I don't know how long it takes to, get there. And then knowing that when I get there, I'm not gonna have access to my phone. Like, I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, and then I film and then they can't use me or whatever. So I was calling different people. I text, and then somebody helped me out, and she got me an answer like within 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. I was free to go on the game show. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy I'm free to do this show. So I was in the clear. They said you could do the show. So I was like, boom, bet. Mind you, I was already on a plane, already in Uber. Like, if you tell me I can't, I'm still getting on the show. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'll tell, producers like, hey, maybe you could block me out and not really show me, but I was going to be in the show. And if I, end up winning the money, I don't know how y'all was going to film the rest of it, because technically couldn't be on the show and I ruined the show. But that didn't happen, so we're straight, we're good. First, it was annoying because they kept telling us to be quiet. And it's just like, if we go together, that means we're sacrificing each other. So, but if we have a choice not to go against each other, don't you want to do that? She was not with it. And I'm just like, Oh, my sister and friend was in cahoots. So we was like, all right, I'm going to count everything when I get there. I'm going to try to remember stuff. Remember, this is green, this is purple. I thought about the whole competition show absolutely wrong. Like, for me personally, I just never know what I'm going to be when I get around people.